everyone, it's Gabriel here today to do a fun little video. So in today's video, I'm going to be introducing you guys to the 3 new guinea pigs. And I'm going to be talking about how I ended up with them, because to me it's pretty interesting. At least one of them has a really interesting adoption rescue story. So that's pretty much what we're going to be doing today, introducing you guys to 3 new girls. I know 3, how shocking. Not expected. So yeah, I mean, if you've seen my videos, I do talk about how I got some new ones, but I'm actually going to be introducing you guys to them, talk about their personality, how I got them, what they're like, what conditions they were in before, and all that jazz. So let's get started. Okay guys, so I have the first piggy here. Are you guys ready to meet her? She's making noises. Don't know if you can hear her. So her name is Little Miss Charlie. So this is Charlie. She is an obsidian gray and white guinea pig who really likes to talk. So, hi, okay. So yeah, this is Charlie. She's really cute and probably the nicest guinea pig I've ever had to humans. She loves being a pet. I know it doesn't sound like it right now. She's probably upset because I woke her up. But she lets me pet her anytime in the cage, and she gets quiet whenever I do it normally, and it's just really nice to have a guinea pig that likes being pet. Her birthday is April 2nd, and she is 3 years old. She turned 3 April 2nd of 2020. And, I'm sorry, I'm trying to show them you. Here, better? Oh, sorry, she's like freaking out a little bit. So she is 3, which is kind of old. I got her February 2nd of 2020. So I've had her for just a couple of months, and she is sweet, sweet, sweet. Love her. Okay, she's on my lap now because she's not liking being held. Never had a guinea pig like being pet so much, or like put up with me petting her so much. She is just amazing. Now her adoption story is really interesting. So the boy that gave me Nina, my rabbit, texted me on Snapchat. He messaged me, and I was like, okay. He's probably messaged me. I was like, why is he messaging me? So I looked, and he said, hey, do you want another guinea pig? And I said, if it's a girl, maybe, because at the time I only had 4 guinea pigs, and I was like, okay, the herd can definitely handle being in a herd of 5. And I was like, if it's a girl, maybe. If it's a boy, I can only foster and then rehome, because I was willing to do that. He's like, okay, because a girl at my work needs to get rid of her guinea pig. And I said, okay, can I have her information? And he gave me her information, and I messaged a girl on Facebook. And I was like, hi, I'm messaging you about the guinea pig. And she said, yes. And she's like, I was like, when do you need her gone by? Is she a girl? What does she look like? That kind of stuff, because I'm always very curious about that. And she was like, her name's Charlie. She's a girl. She needs to be gone by tonight. And I was like, what? I'm sorry, what? Excuse me, what? Tonight? And it was already like 5 o'clock in the afternoon on a school night, I remember. And I was like, oh no. So I was like, okay, I can take her tonight. Where are you located? And she was like 30 minutes away. And I was like, okay, well, I can't really be driving this, like, you know, it was like past 5. It was like 6. I was like, I can't really be going out that late. And I still have to ask my dad if this is okay. So I was like, can I meet you somewhere, or could you bring her to me? And she's like, I could bring her to you. And I was like, well, listen, how about I meet you somewhere just so that way you don't have to look for my house and everything, and it's a little bit easier if you know where you are in my town, so we can meet somewhere in public and all that. And she's like, okay. And then she was like, I'll text you when we're ready. And I waited, and I waited, and I asked her some more questions about her, and that's when she told me her birthday and all that. And I waited. And it was like 7 o'clock, and I was like, hey, are you on your way yet? Like, what's going on? And then she was like, well, my parents kind of want her because they bought her cage. And I was like, okay, well, I don't need the cage. Like, they can have the cage back, or I could pay you for the cage if you still want me to take her. And then she didn't respond, and I was like, okay, well, I guess she gave her to her parents. I stayed up, and it was like 10 o'clock, and then she texted me. She's like, okay, we'll be on our way soon. Wait another hour, it was 11 o'clock, and my dad was getting mad because I asked him, he said yes. But he was getting mad, which makes sense. Like, it's late, why am I still waiting for a guinea pig? And so I ended up texting her saying, hey, could you just come to my house then if you're gonna be so late? And she was like, yeah, and it was just like a really bad communication time because she was not texting me back. It would be like hours in between her texting me back, and then finally at 12 o'clock at night, they got to my house. and I was like freaking out. I was like, how am I gonna bond these guinea pigs together? I was like, what am I doing? What's happening? It was crazy. And then they had her in a cardboard box, and they're like, here she is. And I could tell that the lady, the woman, she was pregnant, and they were moving. That's why she had to get rid of her. They were moving and she was pregnant. So she was like, yeah, I really love her. I hope you like her. And then she said, also, there's a scratch on her lip. A rat bit her. So that's why there's a bite there. And I was like, I'm so awkward that I didn't even ask what kind of rat bit her. And then I was like, okay, thank you. And I went into my house and I bonded them together right away, which I am gonna be quarantining from now on after the whole Charlotte and Jack situation. But I didn't quarantine, and I bonded them together in my closet. And it was like, I had all the lights off in my bedroom except for my closet light because my dad went to bed and I felt really bad. I was sitting in my closet watching them all, and I let them bond together for about an hour. And they actually did really well right off the bat, and I've bonded together lots of guinea pigs. I've had guinea pigs since like the 4th grade, so I know how bonding is and everything. And I was like, okay, this seems okay. So I put them all in together and they were fine. A little rumble strutting, they were still getting used to each other, but it was fine. I went to bed. So it took Charlie a little bit to get used to everyone. She did not like them being near her. She would squeak really loud, but then she settled down after the couple weeks. So yeah, that's Charlie. She's great. She's really wonderful. Right now though, we are having some problems with her in the group. Become very aggressive with some of the other pigs to the point where she's bothering them, and I think it's just because my neutered boar passed away. They're trying to fix the hierarchy and all that, so she wants to be alpha, I think. But the other girls aren't having it. For example, Beatrice isn't, and it's kind of put all the other girls into a frenzy of, oh my god, what's going on? So now everyone else is kind of not in a good mood because of Charlie trying to start crap. But she's fine, she hasn't hurt anyone. I think they just need to settle down, but if they end up not calming down throughout time, I am considering splitting my cage. Like if I notice that it's just too much aggression, I will split the cage and figure out who I want with who and all that. But I do think Charlie can be with other piggies. Like she hasn't hurt anyone. I think it's just trying to figure out who's the boss of the group. So yeah, that's the main struggle with her right now. Other than that, like the little cut on her lip is completely healed. She's fine. She is definitely, she was fat whenever I got her. She's still kind of fat. I've noticed that whenever you get a guinea pig fat, it's really hard to make them lose weight. So yeah. That's Charlie. I mean, she is really sweet, guys. Like, she's so sweet with humans. It's just right now we're having problems. So let me go get the next piggy to introduce you guys to, so 1 minute. Okay guys, I have the next piggy here who is kind of stressed out. She's pretty skittish. Took me forever to catch her. She's like sassy. So her original name was Coconut, but her new name is Coraline because I really don't like food names for my guinea pigs or fruit names or any of that. I prefer to have, I really like giving my guinea pigs really old or fancy names. I mean, I've had Charlotte, Beatrice, Jackson, Lee, Anthony, Benjamin at one point, Piper Michelle. I had Daisy at one point, but I didn't like that name as much. Then I have Olivia, but then my first guinea pig's name ever was named Nibbles. I've grown with names. So this is her. Her name is Coraline. I'm thinking I'm gonna call her Corey for short. I wanted to keep her name with like the first couple letters because her original owner didn't really like the idea of me changing their names. So here she is. She is gonna bite me. These girls, her and her sister, are not the nicest. Right now, I really need to start working with them because I can't deal with all these bitey piggies in my house. Anyways, so I got her March 5th, but her birthday is, her birthday's March 3rd, and I adopted her March 5th. So she turned 1 this year. She is beautiful. I mean, she is a beautiful guinea pig. She has just, please stop biting me. Ow. Why are you biting? Anyway, she has all these beautiful colors. She's white, she's brown, or like an orangey color, and then this other brown. I mean, she's gorgeous. She's just stunning. I'm gonna put her down just because she is biting me a lot, and I feel like she'll calm down if she's not cooped up here. She's beautiful. The other thing about her is, well, she is honestly not sassy at all. She gets along really well with the others. She was the first one to really join the group out of the 2 that I bonded to the whole herd, and she was really good with them all. Eating with them, did really good, and you will see that in the vlog where I filmed it. She is super energetic. She popcorns so much. It is the cutest thing in the world. I love watching her. She just loves, loves, loves to run around her cage and explore, and she's just so energetic, blows my mind. She does so many laps every night. I'm like, girl, you gonna like lose 50 pounds. She always ends up hitting one of the guinea pigs while running. The other day she ran into Olive, and Olive was like, what are you doing? It was just so cute. So yeah, super energetic, super wild. But other than that, she's good with all the other piggies. So how I got her and the other piggy, who I'm gonna talk about at the same time kinda, but I'll introduce you to the other one last, is these are my friend's guinea pigs, and she got into guinea pigs a couple years after I got my first guinea pig, and she inspired me to do more research. And so she, for a while, kept asking me if I'd take her guinea pigs. Well, first I think I asked. I was like, do you want me to take your guinea pigs one day? Like, I'd be totally fine with that. I don't know why I asked, but I did. And then ever since then, she'd continuously ask me, like, hey, do you want them? And then she'd end up changing her mind and keep them. And then her original 2 piggies passed. And then she got Coraline and Ebony, who's the other piggy. Their original names were Coconut and Mochi. And she texted me about like 4 weeks before I got Charlie, asking if I wanted her piggies. And I said, well, I don't know if my herd can like do that yet. And it was just, you know, I was kind of just worried about adding 2 at once. I don't know why. I think it was at the time I was just worried about Jackson really and Olive in them, but you know, I was just kind of like, okay, well, maybe. But then my friend kind of changed her mind and was like, you know, we'll see how your piggies do for a little bit. And I said, well, we could try to bond them together. But then she ended up kind of changing her mind. And then I ended up getting Charlie because I didn't think I was getting her guinea pigs. And I was like, Charlie was such a sudden thing. I felt like I had to take her because it was like a last minute thing. And then my friend texted me about 2 weeks after I got Charlie. He was like, hey, can you take them? And I was like, yeah? I was like, yeah, I mean, I can try. I can try to bond together 7 guinea pigs. That seems like a lot. And I was like, I guess. And she really wanted them gone at that point. Not because she doesn't love them. It was just, she understood that, you know, whenever you get out of a certain type of animal, and she didn't want to have to be in the cycle of having to get another guinea pig after one passes, which I totally understand, and she knows I love guinea pigs. So she was like, listen, could you please just take them? And I ended up getting them. One day after school, we met somewhere, and I got them, and they were so cute. I was like amazed by how cute they were. I mean, they're adorable. And then I bonded them to the group, and they did really well. So that's their story. It's not as interesting, but I definitely do feel really happy having her piggies in my group because they are such sweet little guys. They're not sweet to people. They're not sweet to people. They bite, but it's fine. They just haven't been tamed enough yet, which is, I honestly suck at taming guinea pigs too, to be honest. So I totally understand them not being tamed, but I don't know why they bite so much. Like, the 2 of them bite a ton. That's one thing that is very common. Did you just pee? Oh, she pooped. Okay. Sorry, I thought she was about to pee, and I did not want her peeing on me. So yeah, that's Coconut. Here she is, little Miss Coconut. And now I'm gonna go get Ebony. Okay, so now I have Miss Ebony, who is ultra freaky when being handled. So yeah, she is wild. This is Ebony. She has really pretty fur. It's not like a normal Abyssinian coat. She is Abyssinian, but her fur is like, goes in so many weird directions. She's definitely a Abyssinian and American combined, I think. I don't know. Her coat is crazy. But she is super unique in her coloring. She's like black, but then she has little mixes of light brown, and then her butt has light brown on it. Oh, I know, I know, I know. Can you guys see that? Sorry, whenever she gets stressed, she starts sneezing a lot, and like you can hear her upper respiratory infection a lot more. So yeah, She also has a slight head tilt because of her upper respiratory infection, which I'm hoping will go away, but she definitely does have a head tilt and it's really bad right now. I do not know why. But I took her to the vet. The vet said that just keep an eye on it, and yeah, she just has a head tilt. I don't think it's like anything. I think it's just because of the upper respiratory infection, but it's really funny looking, but she's just kind of like this. She's honestly okay with being handled. Like right now she's doing a lot better than Coconut, but she is wild when trying to hold her. Because she's so little, that also plays a key part into it. Her birthday is June 15th and she was 9 months whenever I got her. Younger guinea pigs are crazy. So she is ultra crazy right now. The first day I got her, I was like, which trust me, like it's normal. She honestly doesn't popcorn as much as Coconut, which kind of surprises me. She is a screamer. Charlie's the loudest out of the group, but Ebony, if someone gets too close to her while she's in her hide, she just starts screaming, and then I think someone's hurting her. So I freak out, I run over, and she's always fine. She's just overdramatic. So she's just an overdramatic baby. And right now, she does have an upper respiratory infection, like I said, like 10 times. So she has been sneezing quite a bit. You okay? And just some discharge from her nose and stuff. But other than that, she's fine. I'm still getting used to her personality. I feel like it'll come out as she gets older. Right now, she might be a calm guinea pig, or she might be a little bit wilder, but I can't really tell. She's actually doing really well with being held right now, but she is a biter. Whenever I try to give her antibiotics for her upper respiratory infection, she freaks out. She hates her medicine. She fights me, she kicks, she screams, she does not like her medicine, so it's always very stressful whenever trying to give her medicine, which she needs to take to get better. But yeah, she wheezes, yeah. And her original name was Mochi, and I was gonna name her Mosley, kind of to keep up with that, but I really like the name Ebony for her. She overall is just crazy. I named her Ebony because I just liked it so much more. I'll try to show you guys her head tilt. I know. See, like, she's wild. Can you guys see that? Oh my god, I know, sweetie. I need to start holding them both a lot more, all three of them really, because I can't chase them around the cage the way I do right now. So I'm thinking because I'm at cyber with school right now, I'll just take out a piggy a day and hold them for a little bit. I know, your life is so hard. So that's Ebony the wild child with her crazy fur. I mean, I think she has the potential to be a really nice, sweet piggy if she's just handled more, which I need to do. So yeah, guys, that is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed meeting the little guys. Sorry that they were so wild. I've only had them for about 3 weeks, and I've just been letting the herd adjust, and after the whole piggy situation, I haven't been holding them as much, just because, stress for me. So yeah, guys, let me know who's your favorite out of the 3. Personally, mine's Charlie, I know, but it's just because she's so sweet and nice, and she lets me pet her, whereas like none of my other piggies let me do that. Sorry, my cat's in here, and he is trying to bother the hamster. I have too many pets, guys. I need help. I'm gonna end the video there, guys. Hope you guys enjoy. If you didn't subscribe, if you didn't, then goodbye.